This is Carol Helping Carol here at the Community Media Center, and I'm here with Tammy Lofink, who's my special guest, to discuss the tragedy that she turned into hope in finding the organization Rising Above Addiction. Tammy, we were talking about your son Rob and his unfortunate overdose death, and I think one of the things I've heard you talk about in our time together is the immense frustrations that you experienced in trying to get him access to treatment. And it sounds to me like that's a big part of what inspired you to go forward with this organization. So tell us a little bit about what you went through, in the time period after his passing.
Yeah, that's exactly right, as far as being able to help other people not have to go through what I went through, because I was lost and I was reaching out for help. I was reaching out to the schools, the doctors, psychologists, and nobody could help me. And that's something that I'm able to give to families today, which is so healing for me, and to know that I can give parents peace of mind, I can help somebody struggling with addiction. It's been very up and down. They say there are stages of grief. I don't know if there's stages or you just go through different time periods when you feel different things. I say my life is very bittersweet now. Rob has given me so many gifts through his death. I try to focus on that. I get life on a different level. I get such joy out of helping other people. And I understand how important family is, how important it is to just be there for somebody else. But there are dark times, days that I get up where I feel like I don't know how I'm gonna keep living the rest of my life with this hole that I have. I kind of describe it as carrying around a suitcase full of sadness. No matter what emotion I have, whether it's being happy, something good is happening, I'm still carrying that suitcase. It's always parallel with any other emotion that I'm having, and that's hard.
Right,
But yeah, there's so much joy in all the lives that Robert has saved, and I've struggled with my faith throughout, but there are no coincidences to things that have happened since he's died.
You sort of have him as part of the organization even in his passing, because you even said that he's the one that has inspired the lives of others now at this point.
Yes, I always say I'm just steering the ship, but he's guiding it. I'm keeping it on the course that he wants.
Mm-hmm. So a parent that's struggling to get their child into treatment, or even their young adult into treatment, would you encourage them to call you, to call
Yes.
Rising Above Addiction?
Yes.
That now there seems to be more opportunities to get the help that's necessary?
There are so many opportunities, and there are so many of us grieving parents who can help guide family members to help their loved ones. We have access to so many resources now. So yes, pick up the phone, call your school to get numbers to call for help. Call Rising Above Addiction, call Access Carol. There are many resources now.
What happens when someone calls you for the first time? Assuming that you get the call, or if they leave a message, your first contact with a person, what is that like?
Well, if it's a family member, I always try to say, I want you to be able to take a deep breath. I'm going to help you so you can take it off your plate for a little while, and I'll help guide you, because I know when I was trying so desperately to find Robert help and there was nobody to help me, I felt lost and I was just living in chaos. So it's really important for me to be able to help someone, a mother or father, but also a person struggling with addiction. If they call me, I tell them I understand.
And so you have the empathy and the opportunity to really give them that sort of that voice of understanding for them to feel comforted.
Yes, and I think when I tell them, the tragedy that I had, they feel like, okay, this person on the other end of the phone understands. I'm not being judged.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you again so much for being here. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it.